Rodolfo Luat, one of many fine Filipino players, finished second in this event last year. This year, he's out to win. Hall of Famer Nick Varner has already won an event this year and wants to add the $30,000 prize of the Camel World 9-Ball Championship.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina, the Pro Billiard Tour and the Camel Pro Billiard Series and the Camel World 9-Ball Championship, one of the most prestigious events on the Pro Billiard Tour. These players tonight are playing for $30,000 and a raft of points for the possibility of cutting up an enormous $250,000 pot at the end of the year in the Camel Point Series. We'll tell you more about that as the program goes along. I'm Tom Kelly, your host. The gentlemen to my right and left really need no introduction to pool players. They are two of the very best. This is the king, Jim Rempe, out of Scranton, Pennsylvania, and the big guy over here is the rifleman, Buddy Hall, out of Kentucky and then out of Florida. Buddy's played just about everywhere. We have got two great players for this championship event. Rodolfo Luat from the Philippines. He was a finalist a year ago before losing out in this tournament. And Nick Varner, who's playing some of the best pool of his life, Hall of Famer. Boy, it's going to be a great match. Let's talk about Luat. I kind of stole your thunder there when I said he was in the finals a year ago, but this is an awfully good player.
After who?
Boy, didn't he?
We might as well call this guy the silent.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's been around every tournament. He's in the finals or close to the finals. Like you said, last year he was here, runner-up to Johnny Archer in the finals. This year he's got his game face on, though. I mean, you can just tell he's got a different air about him. He's really trying to win this tournament. I think he's going to be competitive in this match.
Well, I'm sure he will be, Jim, because he comes into this championship match having overcome Efren Reyes, a 10-10, 11-10, made a magnificent shot to win that last round.
On the 5-ball. Yeah, he slid the 5-ball in and come up for perfect position on the 6-ball up the corner. It was a great shot. Had to give him a lot of confidence.
So he has got to be a confident player coming into this championship. And on the other hand, we have a man who's looking for a second win this year. He won at Reno to start out the Pro Tour. Looking for another one here. Already a Hall of Famer. One of the truly great players this game has ever had. The little guy from Owensboro, Kentucky, Nick Varner. And you talk about a guy, buddy, who's playing his best pool. This guy is.
I haven't seen him miss but maybe one ball the whole tournament. He's playing great. He's playing as good as I've ever seen him play.
He has hit kick shots that we've been oohing and ahhing about. And like everybody from Kentucky, he can bank the ball. He had a relatively easy time in the semifinals against Leonardo Andam, who really couldn't get anything going and just kind of seemed not to get off center at all.
Well, Nicky, he's a little bulldog. He was doing a little scrapping and fighting and wrestling around there, and Andam really wasn't up for that match. It just didn't feel like that he was in the match. For Nicky, on the other hand, he looks to me like that he's looking for the world title.
Well, I tell you, it is going to be a great bit of competition. I notice, buddy, you're growing the whiskers back again.
The beard, I'm going to grow it back until I win one.
And that may be sooner than you think. This guy can really play. Thank you for joining us. We've got the championship match coming up. Serious money, $30,000. Serious pool, the Camel World 9-Ball Championship. We'll get the lag and the break and the rules right after this.
The Professional Billiards Tour presents the Camel Pro Billiard Series. Today from Charlotte, North Carolina, it's the Camel World 9-Ball Championship. Brought to you by American Professional Billiards, investing in the future of the sport. By AMF Playmaster, bringing quality to the table. By Derivive, makers of America's finest bar stools, bars, and game tables. And by Meucci, the custom choice of more pros than any other cue. The Camel World 9-Ball Championship final, and that's Nick Varner against Rodolfo Luat. And now they will lag for the break. Varner's on the right of your screen and Luat on the left. And as they lag cue balls, the one that comes to rest at the rail closest to him, and Varner is going to have the first break. The rules governing this championship Camel 9-ball competition: lag for the break, as we've seen, optional push-out. Any foul is a ball in hand. 3 consecutive fouls is the loss of the game or the rack. You have to hit the lowest numbered ball first and work your way on up to the 9, and it's a race to 11. Incidentally, a couple of statistical notes. Checking over, Pat Fleming informs me that the field of you great competitive pros on the break will make a bit better than one ball every 2 times. 51% of the time you will make a ball on the break. And Varner so far has an average of 72%. Luat coming into this match, 41%. A big discrepancy there, and yet Nick did not make a ball on this break. And as we look at the table, buddy, and we look at Rodolfo Luat, the one ball down the side rail is this a tough table setting, or how does it look?
Oh, I think you called it perfectly. He'll play the one right down the rail, right beside the 9, play the cue ball right over.
We kissed it off the 9.
Yes, which is all right. And now the 2 ball. What'll he? Is he going to make the 5 off this, buddy?
Now he'll just make a combination on the 5 and stop the 2 right there.
Mm-hmm.
He should play the cue ball right into this area right here, so he'll be able to play position on the 4 ball, which is located right here. He's going to have to figure out a way to get from the 3 to the 4.
Yeah, it all depends what angle he gets on the 3 ball here, but you're right. He has to get right about the... He's banking the 2 ball.
Banking it.
I thought he could cut the ball, but that's okay. It was an easy bank.
Banked it and made the 8 ball. Now he'll have a better chance, an easier position move here, making the 2 for the 3 ball. Am I correct?
Right, Tom. He'll play it about where I said before. That's about where he wants the cue ball. He may try to get a little closer to it than that.
Yeah, he's just going to draw the cue ball low left. Well, he tried to get to the cushion, but he didn't get to the cushion. First mistake of the game.
3 ball now is the next ball to be shot. You're looking at Rodolfo Luat. You watch him play the 2 ball into the 8, and then subsequently make the 2, and now he's back to...
Looks like the 3 ball here, Tom, is going to run in. I mean, after he makes contact with the 3, cue ball is going to run into the 9 ball and stay right around. No, he missed the 9.
Went
Come on,
right
perfect
around
for the 4. Look at this shot. This is a great shot right here.
Really?
This is a good way for him to start out.
Well, he defeated Efren Reyes, who I think by all odds would be considered the best player on the professional billiard tour, and he took him. It was hill, and he made a magnificent shot in the 21st game to win at 11-10. So I don't think you're going to surprise him with much. This guy looks to me like he's tuned in, dialed in, ready to play, and Varner's going to have to be at his very best, and Nick has been throughout the entire tournament. In fact, he is the only man still standing without a loss here in the tournament, going back to a week of very tough competition.
I think he's the one that gave Luat his first loss.
All right, the 9 ball would appear to be a fait accompli, if I may. And so...
Make a prediction here. I think it's going to be a close match.
1-0 as Rodolfo Luat draws first blood, gets the first break, and runs it. And with 1-0, we're watching competition in the Camel World 9 ball, $30,000 to the winner. We'll be back in a moment. All right, now coming up for the second rack, we've got Rodolfo Luat for the break. Sets up on the left side of the box. Made the ball off the break.
Corner ball went right in.
Yes, it did.
And he let the cue ball go to the side cushion.
I believe what he'll do is he'll just bank the 1 back up this direction. Try to lag the cue ball to this area right in here.
Hide it back of the 3, somewhere along in there.
That seems to me like the shot.
I think he'll hit
the 3 or behind the 6.
I think he'll hit this cue ball low and like kind of backspin it to when it gets to the 1 ball, it loses its speed. That's what it is. So he off hit the 1. He tried to stay behind the 6, but
he gets a bounce off the rail. Nicky's going to have a shot.
He's got a shot.
Yep.
You know, that's a pretty aggressive shot that he tried to shoot there. He's trying to spin the cue ball 2 rails. Actually, it's a 3-rail billiard shot. Hit the end rail, a side rail, and back to the end rail.
Do you think he was trying to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all he had to do was pinch that ball a little bit and just try to stay behind the 6. He was making more out of that shot than what it needed, I think.
Nicky's going to come around on this one, I think. No, up and down.
Ooh, with inside English, he hit that.
That's nice. Look, he's right back there on top of that 2 ball for a relatively easy shot. Where is he going to try to move that 3 ball for the cue ball for the 3 ball?
I tell you, he's really got a hard shot here to get position on the 3.
He hit the 1 ball with a lot of confidence. To hit a shot like that with inside English is really a tough shot. Watch out. Ooh,
boy, that slid right past the 5 ball. I don't know how it got by the 5, and Nick doesn't either. He's looking it over.
He shot that left-handed too, didn't he?
Did he ever? Now Luat with the table, waiting to be taken and run away with.
Yeah, no problem here. It doesn't look like. I mean, it's straight down for the 4 ball, 5 in the side, up for the 6 in the right-hand corner.
Efren Reyes, although he didn't get past the semifinals against fellow Filipino Rodolfo Luat, has become the #1 point producer in the with 865 points. He defeated Reyes, Davenport, lost to Varner, and he beat Welch, beat Claude Bernatchez, the Canadian, and of course defeated Efren Reyes, as we told you, in the semifinals. Varner handed him his only loss. Nick's going to have to be at his very best to do it again. He's looking to go up 2-0. in the race to 11.
No, I wouldn't have played that like that. He's got hooked.
He got behind the 9 ball, didn't he?
I would have played that across table.
Major mistake
I would
there.
never have done that. I think he may play the 8, one reel to here like this, and send the cue ball across table to this area right here.
Good shot. That's the right shot, too. It looks like what he's doing. He's using the left-hand English. That's when he spin inside there, come across here. He didn't hit it hard enough.
Well, he left Nicky a bank.
Yes, he did.
The only bank I've seen Nick miss this whole tournament is the 1 ball in the previous match.
Yep.
Yeah, the Kentucky, and here he is, about to bank the 8.
They say down at Owensboro he was born banking the shots.
That's right.
We'll see.
He'll be banking some money if he makes this, too.
Boom.
Right in the
How
heart.
about nailing that? Is that beautiful?
That's wonderful. It's good to see him in form.
Oh, and now he'll have the 9 ball in the corner, and that'll even this at 1-1 in the race to 11.
Is he going to hit another one left-handed, or can he reach it?
He's reaching. I don't like this when you reach.
He's okay.
Yes,
Watch out for the side pocket. Watch out for the side pocket.
Oh, he just
Holy moly, look at that.
he was just kidding.
I'll tell you, pick it up and mark it before it decides to fall. Oh, watch this again. We're going to take you back and look at the crowd buzzing about that. Watch this bank shot.
Right in the center.
Boom. Oh, boy, that was
Beautiful.
perfect.
And then the most harrowing experience when he put the 9 ball in, the cue ball almost fell in the side, but it didn't. And we're even at 1-1 in the race to 11 in the Camel World 9-Ball Championship. We'll be back. It is 1-1, Varner and Luat. Now Varner with the break.
I asked him before this match, he's going to break and go to the side cushion. That's what he did. He let the cue ball travel to the side. He said he's having more action with the balls breaking like that rather than having the cue ball come straight back.
The 8 ball may have hooked him a little bit up there looking at the 1 ball, but he did make a ball. Nick is the only one undefeated coming into this championship affair.
He needs to move the 4 away, just like that. The only thing he's left him now is a safety. It's a good safety, too.
Well, and it's a free bank, too.
Well, he don't want the bank.
I mean, banking that ball cross side, spinning it a little bit, and leaving the cue ball right there for the 2 down the corner.
No, I don't think he'll do that. I think he'll play safe. I think he'll play the cue ball on the other side of the table.
He banked one just moments ago up there at the same end of that table.
Yeah, he's going to shoot the 1 up by the 2, just like that.
Okay.
And he put that 5, the cue ball right back to the 5 ball, too. And now they're over checking to see if the 1 ball passes the 2.
Well, what they were checking on is if the 1's frozen.
I see.
See, so you have to hit another rail after you make contact if the ball is frozen.
And from here, I don't know if it is or not. Do you think it is?
Okay, here's the 1 ball. If the 1 ball is frozen, after the cue ball makes contact, he has to strike another rail. He can't just play to that rail. He has to strike another rail.
Is it frozen?
Can't tell from here. It could
No,
be a hair
yeah.
away from the cushion. You won't be able to see it from here.
Yeah. Even that angle, thank you, doesn't...
He's going to try to tie up the 1 ball here.
Yeah.
And tie it up he did.
Foul on Varner and a ball in hand for Luat.
Luat has a very easy safety here. All he got to do is just hit the ball. Hit and stick.
You just glue that cue ball to the 2 ball. Huh?
Right, that's exactly what I would try to do, just glue it to the 2.
And you know 3 fouls in a row is loss of game, so that might be on Luat's mind here.
Ooh, and he did it.
He left it in a bad place. Nicky's liable to kick this one in. If he can get to the side rail. Okay, he's behind the 2. If he can hit this rail and kick at the 1, he has a good shot. If he doesn't have this rail available to him, he has a serious problem.
Even if he has that rail, I mean, by the 2 ball, it's hard to shoot that close to the cushion without the cue ball doing something funny like jumping up in the air or something. It's a tricky
It looks
shot.
like he's going to try to tie something else up.
It must not be available to him because he's
trying to tie something else up. He's on 2 now.
Well,
he put the the 6 ball lined up down in the corner.
yeah, he might try to run to the 6 and then play safe off the 6 ball.
He has a problem right here. Where he's going to play it, he may They'd like to play it off of the 4 when he shoots the 4. If he can get in this area right here when he shoots at the 4, he may take care of the problem right there.
Nice position on the 2.
Okay. Now that's about where he needs to be when he shoots at the 4.
Yeah,
After
exactly.
he makes the 2 and the 3, he needs to be about where he's at right now so he can send the cue ball right into the 6 and 8.
Well, you want to catch the top of the 8, I think, so you're back up for the 5. Otherwise, you might wind up down table and not have a shot on the 5. He got straight. He's going to play safe off the 6. That's what he's playing for, buddy.
He's going to play at 3 rails. The only problem with that is he's liable to make it.
Well, I mean,
It stretches long off the 3rd rail is what I'm talking about if it happens to go in off the 3rd rail. But what we're talking about is he's going to pull back just a little bit for the 5. Now he's going to shoot the 5 in, draw the cue ball back a little bit, play the 6 ball 3 rails around, and just try to place the cue ball where the 6 is at. Okay, here's the 6. He's just going to draw the cue ball back to this area right in here, and he's going to shoot straight into the 6, knocking it 3 rails around, and try to stop this ball right there where the 6 is at.
he came up a little long on this shot.
He came a little long. Now he has a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, now he's
liable to have to shoot at the ball.
Well, I don't think he's going to shoot at the ball. I think he'll probably try to put him behind the 9 ball here.
But that looks awfully close, trying to make the 6 without hitting the 8.
Okay, I think what he's probably going to have to end up doing is playing the 6 right there. He landed too far down. I think it'll be a bad hit if he tries to shoot the 6 straight in.
I think it's tough to get it past the 9. I agree with
He's
Rimby.
banging
I don't
it.
think it's going
I think
to
he's
clear.
playing safe. I think he's playing safe, putting it behind the 9.
But I don't think he could have made it banking
like
it
that.
behind the 9.
I mean, you don't really gain nothing with that shot, but it was the only shot. Nicky's on 2 fouls right now. If he misses the 6, it's loss of game, but I don't think he's going to miss this.
Believe me, Nick was tickled to death to see him do
You
that.
better believe it. He's going to kick a half ball here, send a 6 up table, and bring the cue ball back to the bottom cushion.
He's got a great shot here. He just comes in low on the ball with a little bit of reverse English. He shoots a 6 straight at the side, sends a cue ball this way. If the 6 happens to go in, it's a bonus.
I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
There, half
No,
ball.
going
It's
up
going to go in the
the
corner pocket.
Yeah, made it up there.
Oh,
Almost made the 9. Almost made the 9.
Your
The
shot's
9 is-
coming up.
I can't believe that. The 9, I never thought it was a factor in that shot at all.
I know. Your shot's coming up, though. If he makes the 7, he's going to have to shoot an 8-9 combination time.
Listen, so early in this championship match.
look at
I love it. Is he a master at that kick? That's unbelievable.
He kicks like a
Unbelievable.
mule, they say.
a Kentucky mule, right?
Yeah.
Split
I
the
bet
wicket.
on a few of them. They told me they were thoroughbreds. I bet on a few of those Kentucky mules. Well, this is it.
Here we go. There's
Okay.
your shot, Tom.
Yeah,
You
looking
think-
to take a 2-1 advantage in the race to 11. We're
Think he'll-
deadlocked at 1-1.
You think he'll make it, Tom?
Yes, he'll make it.
I think he'll make it too. When the 9's that close to the cushion, you got a big area to hit with the 8 ball.
How about
Oh, a
that?
nice shot.
Beautifully
Great
done. I
shot.
tell you, that kick shot was just the key to the whole thing there for that rack. It is now 2-1 in favor of Nick Varner in the race to 11. You're watching competition. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina. It is the Camel World 9-Ball Championship, one of the most prestigious events on the Pro Billiard Tour. We'll be back right after this. 2-1, Varner leads, and now with the break here in the race to 11.
To the side cushion again, watch. Right to the
One
side
ball,
cushion.
missed
He's
it.
making the corner ball. And he's playing position for the 1 ball in that corner pocket.
Yes, he is.
You know, he's doing that on purpose, folks. I mean, he's just not putting the 1 ball up there by accident.
I'll tell you one thing. All he's got to do is knock this 1 ball in.
Well, this is a little cut
Okay.
shot that was reminiscent of one we saw him make in the semis.
Right, just like Tom was talking about. He's going to cut it right in here, send the cue ball this path right here. Anywhere along here is okay.
Straight up and down.
Straight up and
Center cue ball in this shot.
Oh, he missed it.
Ooh, oh, boy. He didn't leave anything, but that
No, he
is
didn't.
very unlike Nick Varner to miss that shot.
He left the draw shot.
Got the snooker.
Were we talking too much concerned about the position on the 2, or just one of those things? Not everybody makes every shot.
Yeah, he
Right.
just happened to miss the 1. He had a perfect opportunity there to go 3-1.
You know, this is a very, very important match for both of these men. If Varner wins, he'll move to $62,000,
Right.
3rd place in the money derby.
We got
Oh.
scratch.
And the 5's going to go as well. That's 1 less for Varner to worry about, and now this table.
Boy, how could you not like the way these are laying?
Cue ball in hand, everything laying in
baby.
the pocket.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Connect
baby.
the dots.
Yeah, he just wants to get straight in. He wants to get straight in on the 2.
In addition to 62,001 this year, Varner would pick up his 2nd tournament victory and would move to 770 points, and he would be in the number 3 spot, point-wise, just ahead of Rodney Morris and behind Archer, and of course behind Reyes, who continues to lead.
That's beautiful right there, boys, just to have them laying like this in the World Championship.
Yeah. This is how Nick Varner made it to this championship affair. Defeated Leonardo on down. Look at that, 11-4 in the semifinals. It was a one-sided match. Rodolfo Luat, he defeated 11-8. Had a tough match with David Howard, who's an outstanding player, 11-10. 11-6 over the Razor, Schultz. He's from Owensboro, Kentucky. A young protege, really, of Nick Varner's, and he defeated Jimmy Reed earlier.
That match, excuse me,
go ahead, yes.
that match with David Howard was really an exciting match.
Oh,
It
you
went
know, I think
11-10.
it's a shame we haven't seen Howard for the championship one of these weeks, because he's a very fine player, and I think the audience would love to see him in action.
He'll be looking for a new cue, you know. I mean, he busted his cue
Did he
during
really?
that match.
Did
Not
he
on
really?
purpose, mind you. I mean, he did it by accident. He missed in the last game, and he just threw the cue on the floor, and it snapped right in half.
A few years ago, David Howard was in the finals about every other tournament. He is a fine player.
Yeah.
David is really a top-notcher.
Yeah.
The giant killer.
Yep.
And now here's Nick with a chance to put this 9-ball in and take a 3-1 advantage in the race to 11. And he does just that. Nick Varner leads 3-1.
Well, look who just walked into the booth. It's Johnny Archer.
Johnny Archer. Johnny Archer. We don't have a microphone for
titles
Johnny,
are-
do we?
Well, I'm going to let him use mine, I think, because he's smacking his chops here. I think he wants this job.
Tell you what, the way I played this tournament, I think I need this job.
Well, you do need something, really. We were thinking about finding another line of work for you. Got a man playing serious pool for serious money.
Okay, Johnny's going to join us for a little while.
Yeah, why don't you take these, Johnny, for a little while?
Johnny Archer, of course, Player of the Year a season ago, 1995.
And world champion.
Yes, indeed. Look at that. The 1 ball goes, another ball in the side pocket.
Well, the 1 and the 2 went.
The 3 ball right, well, it's down the ways. The 4 and the 5 are up at the other end. Johnny Archer joins us. I'm just looking at the totals here. Give people an idea just how good a player you are. Johnny Archer, 850 points. You're in 3rd place. Reyes has gone up, and you will be in 2nd place, excuse me, and Nick, if he wins this, will move up into 3rd behind you.
Uh-huh. What do you want me to say?
No, listen, we're talking serious money.
Very
Camel's
serious money.
point total at the end of the year with $250,500, $251,500 to cut it up among the best of the best.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just, you know, the extra point money is just really making it so interesting coming down to the last part of the year, and there's a lot of pressure out there. I mean, I didn't handle it too well this week, but
No.
hopefully next week I can do a little bit better. And
This is the
And,
7th. We've got 7 events. This is counting this one. We're actually at the midpoint way of the Pro Billiard Tour for the year.
Yeah,
It's
we're
7
about
events.
halfway now.
Yeah, and there's a lot of money waiting out there, and a lot of important tournaments to be won and played in. And this one here, I think, Buddy and Johnny Archer, is as prestigious as any on the tour year. This
at
is-
least to me, my opinion is this is the tournament. You know, this is the World Championship, and you know, it's something that's, you know, it's hard.
Yep.
Well, Nicky got in a bad spot here. I don't think he can come by here and maybe nip it in that way. He fooled around and got out of line. He didn't hit the 4 quite hard enough. He may try to one-rail it in, but the only problem with that, when you one-rail this shot in, the cue ball heads straight for that corner.
And even if he makes it, he's not going to have anything on the 6.
Right. He's got to go down behind it. He's got to kick
Yeah,
2
he's
rails
got to.
behind it.
He's going to go behind it and try to send a 5 up table, and hopefully he can stop his cue ball somewhere in that area and leave something long.
Right. Try to put it behind the 9.
Don't bet against him. He's done everything in
You
spectacular.
might have made this, buddy.
No.
Did he
just
get a
slow
rail?
down. No.
Yeah, he got a rail, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
but
got a rail
he has
late.
got a problem now because then it would appear that Luat is in prime condition to run this table.
Tell you what, this is that was a big game. We could have
Yes,
won
it
that game
was.
there. I mean, it was 4-1, buddy.
Right.
That's right.
Am I mistaken?
As opposed to 3-2.
3-2 is just a lot bigger difference.
Surely is.
Okay.
Somebody dropped a set out of the ring.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Out of the big dinner ring. Yep.
Yeah, well, don't look like there's any problems here, buddy.
I don't see any problem. Just connect the dots.
I believe even I could have ran out this week.
You come 3 rails around, or you just float it over?
I don't think I'd float it over. Looks like it's going to go too far from the 8.
Yeah, I'd come 3 rails around, just take a nice little angle, shoot
Yeah.
it in, come back to this side of the table.
Or either maybe just maybe hit a little inside on it, buddy. You know, because it looked like because if you come 3 rails, like it's coming close to it, the side over here. I think he's going to hit a little inside on it. Yeah. Hit a little inside and come up 2 rails.
You can get a funny angle like that.
Yeah, but I think going around 3 rails, I think that angle had it where it's coming really long down this way.
Maybe.
You just kind of make sure you held it there. And
Watch out. There's a corner pocket over here, big boy.
a big one at that.
Yes, it is. For some reason or other, when you shoot a ball at a pocket, it seems like the pocket's very small, but
Like
when
a
the cue ball's headed toward it, it looks like it's the size of a basketball.
That's right.
Exactly.
Looks like a waste paper basket waiting, doesn't it?
Sure is. I tell you what.
Ball
Nick knows
and,
that
yeah.
you know that game there is such a
One that
such a big
got
game.
away that should
yeah,
not have gotten
that should
away.
exactly.
Yeah.
Luat should have never came back to the table.
No. So he's set to go, Rodolfo Luat. Now remember, he advanced to the championship go with an 11-10 win over Efren Reyes.
What a great final match too. They both played a great game that last game, didn't they, buddy?
Yes, they did.
I mean, that was just a game, just like a chess game.
Mm-hmm.
And Luat just happened to make the right move at the right time.
It was something to watch. Both of them at 10 on the hill and just jockeying for position, playing, just trapping one another back and forth till Luat finally made the shot that broke it loose and he won.
He made a great shot on the 5, wasn't it, buddy?
Yes.
To land perfect
Yes,
on
it
the
was.
6.
Well, that was a shot I hate to shoot at.
Well, I tell you what, he hit that shot good. That is just not an easy shot.
You had to slow spin it.
Slow spin it and make sure and when you slow it like that, a lot of times you know, you can hit it right where you're aiming and it's still not the right spot.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, the spot moves.
Exactly.
Especially if you're using English on
Any
the
kind
cue
of
ball. The
English at
cue
all.
ball goes down kind of waving.
That's exactly right. So when you hit it, you're liable to hit it, you know, exactly
middle
where
of
you
the wave.
want, and it's liable to be waving the wrong way.
Right.
If he doesn't fall down, this match is going to be tied at 3.
Yeah, I think he can handle these from here. Got the 3 to 5 in the side, 6 up in the corner, and 7 in the other corner.
A lot of pressure here, guys.
Oh, lots of pressure. I've been there. I know you have too, buddy. There's a lot of pressure out there, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
A lot of people don't know it, but when you get out there and, you know, if you touch a ball with your hand, it's a foul. Now you're kind of watching for that. It's a lot harder to play.
Yes, it is.
Knowing that the guy you're playing is playing just as good as you are.
Yeah.
You know, so now you're kind of hoping you get the right breaks at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. Don't mean it in a bad way, but a lot of people don't really remember the runner-up.
Amen.
I guess that's just in anything.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people didn't remember Seattle last year. You know, all they remember was the Bulls.
9 ball in the corner, and that's going to even this thing up at 3. Luat, remember, a year ago, lost in the finals to the man sitting next to me. So he's back with a vengeance, and we're deadlocked at 3-3 in the race to 11, and the battle is on.
We got a new ball game, buddy.
We have
Yes, we
indeed
do.
the World Camel 9-ball championship very much at stake, and with it, $30,000 to the winner. We'll be back. Varner and Luat deadlocked at 3. Luat again at the table for the break. Misses the 1 ball on the side. Looking for the 3 ball up in the corner and gets it.
I tell you
This
what,
is a
buddy,
tough shot.
it looks like the 8's kind of more to an angle to where I don't know if the 1 can stay there. Unless it just hits it so full to where it don't move. It looks like it's cutting it a little bit.
Yeah, it's cutting it, but it's going to
Right.
probably just hit the rail and come out. It'll stay in that area. Is that the shot he's shooting?
I think he's kind of hitting. No, he's
Oh, he
playing
played the billiard.
Wow.
Is that something?
That's. I never
You
even
sell
thought of
out
that.
like that. It's
Well, I tell you what, buddy. They, you know, the Filipinos really know the angles off the balls. They play carom ball a lot over there, and that's why they kick the ball so good. You know, and you know, they know the angles, and just a kiss off the ball, it's like it's phenomenal.
Okay, here's the shot that he shot. He just plays the billiard here. He plays the cue ball into the 8. Boy, that's a fine touch.
I tell you what, that's just such a hard shot
touch.
because he's hitting it with low English. And watch how the cue ball, see how it comes off and he kills it, makes it go straight. And that comes from hitting low English, doesn't it, buddy?
Right, and he hit high on the ball. Yeah.
Right, he had bottom on the ball to make it, and what that done, it helped him hit the ball thinner.
Yeah.
Is he not happy with the position on the floor? He looked at it as though he didn't want it to be there.
Well, he would rather have had an angle. He's going to have to play the 6 down in this corner here unless he can draw his ball.
Well, I think he's just going to go up. No, he's going to draw it out of there, isn't he? Tell you what, it's dangerous, buddy.
Yes, it is.
Tell you what, did you hit it hard enough?
Yeah, hard enough to cut it in the corner, I think.
Yeah, he's got a shot.
Tell you what, he's got a shot.
And then he'll have the cue ball right down along that rail for the 7 in the corner.
Well, he's going to have to go back across the table, Tom. He's going to have to go 2 rails back across the table.
Well, they like hitting this shot with low inside. They like to kill this ball.
Yeah, that's exactly how he's shooting it.
Does Buddy know his customers or
I
doesn't
tell you, that's a good call, buddy.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I don't know if he meant to go into the 7 like that.
I don't think he did. I don't
No,
think
he didn't mean to go
wanted
into the
touch
7 like that. Tell you what, May actually made it kind of tougher.
Yeah.
Closer to the rail.
He overcut the 6 just a little bit.
Right.
Now he's going to go 3 rails around.
This has definitely got to be hit perfect. Ooh, he hit that right clean, didn't he, buddy?
Yes, he did.
Man, what a shot.
Well, he's on the verge now of winning 3 straight racks.
You think that 4 ball standing out to Nick now?
Ooh, boy, I tell you what, that's the last time Nick ever seen the table.
And so with 3 straight racks, Rodolfo Luat has come from a 3-1 deficit to lead 4-3 now in the race to 11, and he seems to be on his game to be sure. They're playing for $30,000, the Camel World 9-Ball Championship. We'll be back in a moment.
Oh, he come up dry, buddy.
Yes, he did.
First time the corner ball didn't fly in.
Yeah.
He's got a perfect angle, too. It looks like to go right into the 2.
Not only are they playing for $30,000 tonight, but they're playing to cut up a pot of over $250,000. The Camel Tour points. Efren Reyes with 865 points. The man next to me, Johnny Archer, has 850 through this tournament. Rodney Morris at 765. And you can see Varner, if he wins this event tonight, will move to 770 and move ahead of Morris into the number 3 spot. Andam has 640. Luat, should he win tonight, would have 695, and he would move up the ladder appreciably. And remember, $60,000 goes to the man that leads the Tour Point Parade at the end of the Pro Billiard Series.
Well, I tell you
Well,
what.
that was pretty hard luck right there.
It's
folks.
coming down to the wire, I tell you. I was leading it earlier pretty good in the last few tournaments, and then I had a couple bad tournaments. Efren won, and I tell you what, it's
Rodney Morris wins twice and jumps
Rodney
up in
won
there.
twice in a row. Anybody can jump up. I mean,
He's got a big problem right here with the 2. I don't know what he's going to do. Maybe bank the 2 out like this and try to lag the cue ball to this area right here. I don't see much there.
buddy, I don't know if he can get under the ball. I think he has to hit it on top, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He has to hit it on top. That's why he'll probably go to the rail, come into the 6 right here, or a little
try to hit
behind
the
it.
6.
He's going to have to do something.
Tell you what,
He may
this
be
is-
able to miss it. He may be able to miss the 6. That's too hard.
Well, he's
Oh,
playing.
he's playing
just
it all the
playing.
way down.
He's playing straight safe. I think that was a pretty good shot.
That was a good
Yeah.
shot.
I think.
Yeah.
I mean, even though you're giving up a shot where you know he can hit the ball, but you're not selling out to where he can win the game.
Right.
You know, I
No,
think.
and I don't know if there's that many pockets available to make this ball.
No, there's not a pocket there unless he tries to bank the 2 down and go off the.
Off
Here-
the 5, you mean?
Here we have the 2. I think what he's going to do is hit this with a little bit of reverse English and try to land his cue ball in here, maybe hoping that the 2 might clip the edge of this ball or the edge of this ball and come to this area.
I think he's going around the table. I think he's going to spin up under the 7.
That's no good. You,
Tell you what, I think it is pretty good, buddy.
well, it might be now.
Yeah, it's
He's got a shot, though. He can wrinkle this rock here.
He
Yeah.
can wrinkle this rock down along that rail.
He's going to curve
Nick's
his
going
ball.
to curve his ball, go off the
Curve
rail,
the
try to
rock.
make the 2.
Curve the rock.
That ain't.
Oh, he miscued.
Oh my God.
He miscued.
No,
he
he
hit that
didn't.
ball too hard.
He didn't miscue. He just hit it too hard.
Think so?
It didn't take enough time for the English. No, I don't think he miscued. Well, I tell you what.
Trailing 4-3.
Now, look at here, Tom. Look, now, I can understand. He's got the 3 ball, and he's got the 3-9 right here. All he's got to do is shoot the 3 onto the 9.
No, but he's not the
Why
adventuresome.
would he do that, though?
He is not the adventuresome type. He's going
Is
to
that what it is?
everything set up. 4 ball, 5 in the corner. He's got the 6 up there, 7 and 8 up there.
So he's not. He don't take any gamble. He's like maybe like a prude a little bit.
No.
Doesn't take a gamble.
No. What you've got to do is consider that Luat is like a guy who wears a belt and suspenders.
Is that what it is?
You can't.
Oh,
you can't fool that kind of a guy.
No.
He's ready for any exigency.
No chance at all. Huh?
See how he's worked this around now? The 5 ball. He'll have easy play on the 6 across the other side.
Well, I just don't.
Hit that a little light, didn't he?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that's a good.
He may
call,
go right
Tom.
into the 8 here. He may go right into the 8.
Buddy, looks like he might can draw in between the 7 and 8. In between the 7, 8, up and shoot the 7 in the corner. Shoot the 7, go into the 8.
7 in the side.
7 side, the 8 in the other corner.
I tell you, when you're playing for this kind of money, you doesn't make a mistake.
Oh no, you just you can't make a mistake.
Against this kind of competition, you can't. Luat now is just a shot or 2 away from running off 4 in a row and taking a 5-3 lead over Nick Varner.
Well, I guess Luat didn't really like getting second last year. He's come back for some more.
He started out like the world was on fire for playing you. He ran the first 3 racks and then missed the 9 straight in.
Oh, last year? He sure did. Yeah.
Hasn't missed much here so far. Once he's gotten a chance, he wins 4 racks in a row and takes a 5-3 lead over Nick Varner. They're battling for $30,000 and, of course, the championship, World Camel 9-Ball Championship. We're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We'll be back. One ball, missed it the side.
Well,
Came up
Nick, you better
empty,
do
didn't he?
something.
Nick has got to take advantage of this.
Is there a problem anywhere on the table?
I don't
that
think
you
so.
see for him?
He's going to set it straight in. He wants to be in this area right here. He wants to be straight in on the 2 for the side pocket. He'll probably just shoot the 1 in, draw his cue ball straight back.
I think what the problem is getting from the 2 to the 3 to the 4. I think that is definitely the problem.
Well, he's landed where he can just come to the side rep, play a little high on the 3.
The 6 ball won't let the 3 go in the end. He's going to have to put the 3 over in one of the side pockets. Am I correct?
Yeah, he's going to He's going to go forward with the 2, come down about where it sticks at for the shoot the 3 in the side.
And let the cue ball go up to the other end for the 4 ball.
Well, then he would have an option. If he gets 2 straight in on the 3, he can go up and shoot the 4 in the right corner, or then he can just draw it past the 7 and then shoot the 4 in the left corner.
He's hit it perfect.
Yeah, I think he's going to go straight on this
He's
one.
just going to go forward.
Yeah, he's going to go forward, shoot the 4 in the right-hand corner.
He's down 5-3. He desperately needs to run this rack to bring this game back to near level.
He doesn't want to get carried away.
No.
Okay, he did float by the 7, buddy. I guess that was more of a safer shot.
This is not very good, though. He just landed too far below it.
I don't think so. I think he just go forward with it off the side rail, and just shoot the 5 in the corner by the 6.
You're right.
Got it lined up straight on. It'll go by the 6, will it not? No
Yeah, it
problem
goes by
now.
the 6. Yeah. So he has the 5 in the corner, the 6 in the same corner. See how Scott watches to make sure he doesn't touch a ball, because you just never know when, like Nick is trying not to touch the ball, but he doesn't know if his shirt's hanging down on it, or
Exactly.
he's wearing a loose shirt.
You think he's thinking about it?
Oh, he's definitely thinking about it. I mean, if you don't think about it, you're liable to make a big mistake.
Liable to be short.
Tell you what, where's he got on this one, buddy? I don't think this is ideal
No,
where he
it
wants to
isn't.
be. I think he's shooting a 7 in the side. He's got to go around and shoot the 8 in the same on the same side of the table in the corner. Oh, he's going around the table. Watch out!
Better start hunting for it to whoa.
Well, I tell you, this one here did not land. It's landed about as rough as it can be from that angle, buddy.
Yes, it did.
Okay, he's going to shoot the 8 in the corner and come off the side rail. Well, I guess it didn't land. too bad.
No.
Now that we look at it.
If it did, he made it look awful easy.
He sure did. He made it look like it.
Could be some of each, Johnny Archer, that it might have landed badly, and he might have just played it better than
Played
we.
it better.
Yes.
Sure did.
5-4. What a nice comeback, and that brings a smile to Varner's face. He knows he's in a dogfight here with Rodolfo Luat, the Filipino. Luat, of course, just to bring you up to date, was a winner in the 21st match game against Efren Reyes. He battled Johnny Archer to the wire a year ago, losing out in this World 9-Ball Championship. And he's back with a vengeance. He's part of the Filipino delegation. I tell you, it was funny. Scott Smith, the referee, at the end of play, coming into today.
He's shooting 857, Nick's shooting 930 something.
Yes, yeah. He said he announced who would be in the semifinals, etc. 8 ball. He made 2, 1 ball, no, but in one nice spot. He said, and Nick Varner, you're surrounded. Well, there were 3 Filipino players in the semis.
Here's your shot, Tom.
Indeed.
Here's
Indeed.
the combination. All he's got to do is shoot the one in.
Yeah, and
hit
he's
the rail
eyeballing
here,
that at the other end,
come back
too.
out to this area right in here.
Yep. I guarantee if he makes that combination, he'll look up here and smile at us.
Well, of course he will. I mean, because he knows that your combination
that we're
killing.
talking about it. All right. Okay. All right, there's the look at the information statistically. Balls pocketed, 48 for Luat and 30 for Nick Varner. And there's the combination, and he makes the 9-ball, and this match is dead even at 5-5. Generally, the prime statistic there is balls made indicates the guy who is going to win. And yet, here we are, deadlocked at 5-5, and the nice combination by Nick Varner has leveled this off.
This has definitely been an interesting match. A couple swings of momentum.
Yeah.
Right, buddy?
Yes. Yes.
Definitely a couple swings. A scratch on the break from...
Now remember, his statistics indicate that he makes a ball on the break 71% of the time. Just nailed one in the corner.
Well, he hit it perfect that time. That's
the
way he wants to. That's the way he wants to hit the break.
71%, and Johnny, the rest of the field, 51%.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here's the shot, guys. The combo Tom shot.
Got it. Got it. Nailed that 9-ball.
You think you could have made it, Tom?
Of course.
You sure?
With a little help from.
What about a 4-foot putt?
No.
No, not a
downhill chance. They all look downhill left to right.
Not
to
a chance?
Not
a chance.
I'd have gotten it by,
the
but I don't
king
think
has shown back up.
Well, Mr. Rempe has shown back up, and I tell you what, I have a hot date, and I'm gonna have to go on over and. Okay. Okay. Well.
And he's got the 2 ball in the corner, 3 at the other end.
I'm
gonna leave us, huh?
I'm gonna see what happens this game, and then I'm gonna have Mr. Rempe taking over. He's got a little bit of age and experience on me, and I don't know how much of how much.
I love the position he played in that 3-ball.
Yeah,
nicely done. Now
Johnny's
the 4-ball.
up here in the booth, like he's been here all his life.
Well, I don't know about that.
You keep talking this good, John, I'm going to start to get a cue out and practice a little bit, because are you kidding? I'd have to practice for the next 200 years.
You gonna live that long, Tom?
If I thought I had to, I might just do it. Yeah.
I tell you what, you're in
out
pretty
of
good
spite,
shape.
huh?
You know, when you're out on that golf course, and when you're hunting your ball over in the woods a lot, you
never
get
do
around
that.
good.
Not
you
unless they
get
put
around
the
good.
woods right in the middle of the fairway.
He's sure discussing the woods a lot when he talks to you about your golf.
But he knows better than that.
A lot of people knows Tiger Woods. This is, Kelly Woods.
Not I. I'm as straight as a die.
You are? I don't know. Okay, back to the game here.
Yep. 6th ball or 8. He's hasn't got a. But I don't know, how difficult is this shot?
I think he just bumped the rail here. You want to try to get straight in on this?
Well, I don't think you want to get straight in on the 8. What you want to do is hit
anything but straight in.
Anything but straight in, looks like to me.
Oh, that's a good shot.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now. Which pocket is he going to shoot the 9 in, buddy?
I believe he'll play it over.
Okay.
I believe he'll just play the 8 in here, play the cue ball 1, 2, and back down to this area right here.
I think that's a great call.
No, he's
drawing it.
He's drawing it.
Wow.
He's drawing it 1 rail out.
Wow,
man.
Well, I tell you what.
Well, he just don't want to roll one, does he?
I guess not. He's scared of the ball kind of popping up on him. Okay, this is my last shot I get to watch. Okay, channel 9. Good.
Nick Varner comes back to take a 6-5 lead after Luat had won 4 racks in a row to go up 5-3. Now Varner has come back and won a 3, and now it is 6-5 in favor of Varner. The Professional Billiards Tour presents the Camel Pro Billiard Series. Today from Charlotte, North Carolina, it's the Camel World 9-Ball Championship. Brought to you by American Professional Billiards, investing in the future of the sport. By AMF Playmaster, bringing quality to the table. By Derivive, makers of America's finest bar stools, bars, and game tables. And by Meucci, the custom choice of more pros than any other cue.
So my prediction is coming true here. It's going to be a close match.
Yes, I think it certainly will be. Made a ball, going to make another.
He keeps breaking like that.
He's found the range on the break.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, made the 1 ball.
He can knock this one in. It'll sure boost his confidence.
Better believe it. Oh.
5 ball, he made it, but it hurt him. Oh, he got away with it. Got away with it.
Sure did. He went ahead and stroked that ball. He didn't take no chance on rolling it.
But he really wanted it to come behind the 5 ball and off the rail, didn't he?
He just decided he's going to hit it and just accept whatever the table offered.
Do you see what he's eyeballing? Do you see that he was looking at that 6-9?
No, not this time.
No, but he was looking at it. He was looking at it. There's another look at the 5 ball going in and the good kiss that the cue ball got.
Well, he got straight in on the 3 too.
Does the 6 pass the 9?
That's what he was looking at. He still is.
Now, do you go 1 rail or do you go around?
He's going 1 rail straight across.
Think so?
No, he's going 2 rails. 3 rails.
Well, it must pass the. Oh, we didn't get much of a bounce. It must pass the 9 or.
Ideally, he should have been. No, I don't believe he'll shoot your shot here, Tom.
No, I don't think so. I think cutting the 6 ball in is tough enough.
Right. What he wanted to do here was just land straight in on it. Now he's got to do something with the cue ball.
Yeah.
He's going to go right into the back of the 8, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to try to bump the 8 ball here, I think. Yeah, that's exactly what he did.
Beautifully played, really. To move that 8 ball right out to where it's in perfect shape, and all he does is knock that aside. The cue ball's right there to put the 9 ball back in the corner where he just made the 6. Just like that. That is well played.
Vintage 9 ball.
Nicky plays all games. That's straight pull knowledge there.
7-5 now. Well, he was behind 5-3, gentlemen, and now he has come on to win 4 racks in a row and take a 7-5 advantage. He's up by 2 in the race to 11. And, of course, the race ends with a $30,000 check. Look at those statistics. Both men playing beautifully. We'll be back. All right, Varner now has come back from a 5-3 deficit. He's leading 7-5. Look at those statistics. Rarely, as you said, buddy, do 2 guys involved in a tight match like this shoot over 90. But look at that, 9-1-4 for Varner and 9-2-3 for Luat.
It's rare that both people play over 900. You see it once in a while. Jimmy was involved in a match like that once with Archer. They both shot 940.
Right, and Nick, too, in Reno one time.
Yeah.
What did you say, 850 was...
850 is world class.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe all they'll do here is just play the 1 straight in here, bump the rail, and come out to this area right here for the 3. He don't want to get for the 2. He doesn't want to get...
too fancy.
Right.
He's going to stroke this ball.
Oh, he's playing it. Wow. He let a stroke out on that one.
And he
got in trouble.
Yeah.
So you don't want to take any chance like that.
All he had to do is pound that a little bit, bounce off the cushion, shoot the 2 in the corner pocket. I don't know why he went like that.
He missed it.
Yes, he did. That is disconcerting to have to get up over the top of another ball, worry about hitting it before you hit the object to the cue ball and everything. Yeah, he's mad about that. He's very upset.
And what makes that shot difficult, Tom, is if you hit the cue ball a little bit off center, it massays on you. Yeah. So by the time it gets to the object ball, you've missed it by a foot.
Yeah, which might, in fact, have happened right here. At any rate, he has left the table wide open for Rodolfo Luat and a chance for him to climb right back into this. Varner leading by 2, and the race to 11 was up 7-5. It has been a seesaw thing, momentum swinging back and forth, and of course the last thing you want to do is suddenly give a talented opponent a chance to jump right back in, which Luat has an opportunity, that is.
With the Cosmo layout. We all know what a Cosmo layout is, too.
Mm-hmm. Body English, lean this way and that, body language.
Well, sometimes it's necessary to lean a little
Are
bit
you
to get that
kidding?
ball where you need it.
I tell you,
Man.
it helps.
Can you imagine playing pool with no body English?
A little bit below center, just bounce right back to the center of the table.
The 8 and the 9, and Luat is going to climb to within 1. Varner will lead 7-6 in the race to 11. Luat with a very impressive semifinal victory over Efren Reyes. Nick Varner destroyed Leonardo Andam in his semifinal match. 7-6. Varner leads, but his margin is now down to 1. And Luat will be at the table to break. Got a delightful
He hit him
smile.
soft here.
Yeah, too soft.
No,
Well, maybe.
no, it wasn't. Look, he's going to get bumped and lose the shot, but he's got a combination. There you go, 1-8 combination.
You know, Nicky could have been leading this match very easily, 9-4.
Yep.
A couple of careless mistakes, which he hasn't made the whole tournament.
No.
It's just a lot of pressure when you get to this match right here.
This is a big, big shot right here. So he hit
He
it
missed
wide.
it. He missed it. Missed it. What has he left, Varner?
A combination.
Same combination. But
Only this
Varner's
one's
gonna-
got to be cut.
Yeah, and he's going to have to let the cue ball travel a couple of cushions, come back out to where the spot is, right around the middle of the table.
He has to play a combination. He can't play a billiard shot and make that 8-ball, can he?
Yeah, he wants the cue ball right where he's putting the tip of the cue.
All right.
This is such a tough shot here because you have to really pace the ball. It's hard to get right there.
Well, the upside is a golden opportunity to get right back in that momentum bracket. All right. Now he's got to get it.
Oh, he hit it
That's
good.
well done. Well done.
Perfect.
Hit it good.
Yeah, well done. And the rest of the table, gentlemen, looks very inviting, to say the least.
Well, you want to get the right kind of angle on the 3-ball because the 4 is on the same cushion.
He's got a lot of interference
Yeah,
over here
a lot
on this
of-
side. He has a lot of interference right in there.
Right there. Start calling him Sir Lancelot. Starting to use that cue like a
Here's
magic
replay of
wand.
The combination. He come 2 rails out. The boy hit it nice.
Going to pop it right back to the, right about where he is, a little further towards him. Yep.
He wants to bump off the rail a little. That's a good shot.
Great.
Nice. That's nice. 3-ball up in the corner. Will he leave it there and put the 4-ball back down in this corner?
I think he'll back it up a little bit. He'll back the cue ball up a little bit. He wants to get a little closer to the 4.
Always get close to your work. Make the shots a lot easier.
Yes, sir.
He's too close.
He
to
overstroked it, but he bumped it
Boy,
straight on.
Nice.
He's okay.
Nice.
You know, I think he may have gotten a shot of Scott out of his peripheral vision, and Scott come running up behind him there. I think Nicky
Could have
may
happened.
have seen that.
He did glance over at the referee's, glance over at his way.
That's a
There's
pretty
Tony.
girl.
There's Tony.
Awful pretty girl.
Yes, she is. She pretties up the room a lot.
Boy, he's overstroking everything.
Everything.
He's hitting everything with a lot of zest.
Well, you know by playing on TV yourself, buddy, these balls are really dry now because the camera lights are on them and it gets real dry out there. So the English really reacts fast and it just grabs the cloth and you could overstroke a ball real easy.
Well, but he overstruck 3 or 4 or 5 in a row.
Will he play the 5 in the corner?
No, I play it in the side. I'll play it in the side and go down and back. I don't like going to the corner.
Yeah, these are funny shots.
He's
This is
going
where
to the corner.
He's going to the corner the way he's lined up.
I don't like that.
this is one of them shots the ball can turn over on you. You can undercut the ball right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Skid on you.
Yeah, that's what happens. You don't ever want to shoot a ball across the table if you don't have to. That's one of the worst shots in pool. Irving Crane told me that when I was about 18 years old. I never forgot that, and he's absolutely right.
If you can avoid that shot, avoid it at all costs, because you just never know if the ball's going to take a true roll or just turn over on you.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't left Luat with anything of easy makeability. Playing it safe, trying to get him back to the 7. He didn't, though. He didn't.
Yeah, he's got a couple options. He could play the 5 to here and play the cue ball to this area, or he may just elect to hit this side of the 5, knocking the 5 one rail to here and bringing the cue ball down table to this area.
Ruling out a bank shot?
Yeah.
Entirely? All right.
Okay, he's going across table with it.
Try to bury the 5 back of the 9, and he has done a beautiful job of it. Very nice.
Luat should be tickled pink to have any kind of a shot this rack.
One of those things. Looked as though Varner was going to make it 8-6. And
this is a good shot.
Boy, he hit
it's
that
going to come out
just real good, didn't it?
All depends upon the speed here. If he hit it absolutely perfect speed.
Kick's got a shot.
What? There's Tony.
Again.
Yeah.
Bless her heart, she says, what's he going to do with this? That's a real good friend of his, that fellow right there beside him, Phil Wyndham, owns the Chattanooga Billiard Club in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Smokes those cigars, doesn't he?
And he owes everybody a cigar. We just want him to know that when he sees this.
Not me, but...
And he's got some serious cigars.
Has he?
No, best in the world.
Well.
He has a Havana room right there in his pool room where he sells cigars.
Well, we know what Buddy would like. We know what Rempy would like. And now we await the pleasure of Nick Varner.
Maybe there's a third shot here. He's going to play the combination.
I don't know.
He's not going to. I don't believe he's going to cut at this. He's got to go.
He has certainly spent some moments.
He's got to go. He can't.
Agonizing over it. 7-6. He leads in the race to 11.
Looks like he's hitting your shot, buddy.
I couldn't shoot at this. No way in the world. I'd have to play it just like that. Just like that.
Well, let's see what happens because of it.
Well, he hit it too thin.
Well, that's what I'm saying. His shot was just as tough as the safety.
Yeah, but he hit it too thin. All he got to do is hit it full in the face.
Well, all you got to do is hit it full in the face. It's tougher to do it and say.
Well,
all right,
is
Tom.
the 5 ball any problem for
Tom? It's the combination.
No, he's not going to play a combination.
Yes, he is too. I think what he'll end up doing is playing the combination, playing the cue ball 1, 2, and back down here.
Well,
or he can just put the 5 underneath the 7 ball.
He's shooting the combination just free.
It's a free shot.
and
he wants to get him behind the 6 ball here.
Right.
Well, and the 9 ball hasn't helped Varner at all, but he does have a shot at the 5. He can hit it.
He's got a really good shot here. He's got a pretty good shot here. Okay, he's going to kick right down here, hit the back of the 5, knocking the 5 in this direction, knocking the 9 either at this pocket or at this pocket. He has multiple shots here with this one kick shot.
I think the 9's going to come closer to the corner pocket rather than the side.
Yeah, it's going to go.
And the 5 looks right on to me.
Mm-hmm.
5 looks like it's a dead kiss off the 9 if he hits it right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's doing. We're about to find out.
He's shooting. Here we go. Yahoo!
Well,
he hit it too full. He come in too full on it.
Yeah, exactly.
He almost hit it going. I'm not sure he didn't hit it going.
Well, the reason that happened, too, he was actually massing the cue ball on the way down. That's really tough to judge.
Did he have to do that, though?
Well, he had to spin it that much that it massayed.
Yeah. He's got a spin shot here.
Yeah.
I believe he'll spin this in.
And he might run into the 7 ball here with that spin.
Mm.
Yep, right into the 7, and he's going to scratch. Look at this.
Did he hit it hard enough to scratch?
He's got English on it.
Yes. No.
Oh,
he's
right into the jaws, and he's got a shot, too.
He's straight in.
He's straight in. Good position, right? Straight in the side pocket.
Straight in the well.
Yeah. Boy, he hadn't better breathe too heavily over there. That ball will fall right back in his lap.
Do you know what happens if that does happen? The referee puts it back up where it is. If it rests for more than a few seconds, I think it's respotted.
I think you have to leave the table.
Tough shot, that shot.
Boy, that was a tough shot.
Big shot, though. I think he should have took a little bit more time on it.
Yeah.
Luat got a break when Nicky missed a very important shot. And look at how this has swung back around again now, and a chance for Varner to run this table.
Man, don't you like to get left with shots like this,
Boy,
Mike?
I'm telling you.
Man, oh, man. You're smacking your chops when you get a shot like this.
Momentum swings back and forth.
Oh, boy. Man, give you a bad dog.
And this is going to give him an 8-6 advantage, up by 2 again.
I don't know about me using all that inside English. No.
Well, I mean, that's showing he still has a little confidence then.
Yeah.
You got to shoot the shot for what it's worth.
There it is. 8-6. Varner coming back from the brink of disaster. As each man in turn took turns and not doing what they were supposed to do. Varner finally outlasting Luat. He leads 8-6. We'll be back. You're watching the Camel World 9-Ball Championship. Nice statistics, both men in the 89s, percentage-wise, and Varner leading 8-6, and Varner with the break here in the race to 11.
Buddy, I just seen Mike Pinoza over there from the Billiard Digest, and I just called him over to say a few. Pinoza. Here he is right here. Mike, why don't you say a few words in here, too?
Mike, put the family earphones on there. Everybody's been using those. Mike Pinoza is the editor and publisher of the Billiard Digest out of Chicago. And I'd be interested in his comments and thoughts about $1.5 million, another $250,000 in money waiting at the end of the tour. And these guys have gone from beating up on a local pool player for $20 to playing against each other every week, from predator to professional.
Well, that's exactly right. What you see, the biggest change in the game is obviously the environment in which the players are performing now. You see it in the presentation of the events. See it in the professionalism and the dedication of the players. And there's just a lot more at stake now with increased prize funds and special point tour funds. And the players are taking the game a lot more seriously, and it's great to see. I kind of miss the days where the players used to hang out late at night after the matches were over. And, but now they go to bed early, and they get up early, and they practice. And,
you can actually see a tournament after hours.
Yeah.
And doing their road work and keeping themselves physically ready to play. You know?
Exactly.
This is where the misspent youth is really paying off, huh?
The misspent youth pays off, and you see it even with the young players. The young players aren't going out on the road now and spending all their time out there. They're aspiring to be professional pool players, and there's a lot of pride in that now, and it's a great thing to see. You see it in the men's tour, you see it in the women's pro tour. There's a lot to be said for that.
Mike, you've, through your magazine, your digest, have got your finger on the pulse of the billiard world, the tour, and the obvious tenacity these guys are showing, and the dedication to it. What kind of an impact has that had in the world of billiards? Can you see anything immediate?
Well, you see it all around. I mean, with the tour being on television more, and the dedication of the players, and the dedication of the players is raised the level of play. You see so many great players out here these days that if you don't stay on top of your game, you're going to get left behind. And there's a lot more to be left behind from now. So, you know, you see the way Nick's been playing. I mean, I've never seen anybody kick like this that wasn't Filipino. And it's, you know, you do see the level of play very much increased.
This match is 8-6 in favor of Varner, but he has left that one ball in a very makeable position for Luat, and this match has seesawed back and forth like a teeter-totter. Cuts it in. He's got the 2-ball over on the far rail, and the cue ball comes over there with it. Started out with Luat being up 1-0, and then Varner was up 3-1, and then suddenly Luat was up 5-3. Then Varner came back to take a 6-5 lead, then 7-5, 7-6. Now he's back up by 2 at 8-6 in the race to 11. But nobody has really had a commanding advantage. Once they got to 5-5, it has been a seesaw thing back and forth.
3 to the 4 is the only problem here. 3 to the 4, if he gets on the 4 right, he has to have a little bit of an angle. It should be over. That's about where he wants to be.
Yeah. I can't think of a sport that has dramatically grown in every aspect as the Pro Billiard Tour has in a short period of time. I mean, could be a guy out here making $250,000 this year.
Well, I was talking to Johnny Archer even earlier in the day, and we were talking about, I mentioned Steve Miserek left 17th through 24th and earned $3,000.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really that long ago, and buddy, you know this, the $3,000 was second place.
Yeah. I have seen it first place. There's your commission's son.
Yeah, Donovan Mackey.
He's a big boy.
Handsome dude.
Luat looking to run this rack out and close the match to 8-7.
Donovan's one of the guys that's really dedicated himself to the tour. He worked hard along with his father to help try to get this thing off the ground and get everybody working right. Get all the pistons moving.
That's right. We're at the halfway point, you know. And next up will be New Orleans. And then stops like Atlanta and Denver, Nashville. Providence will be the final one before they get to California for the Commerce Tournament. Then there's one at Great Gorge, New Jersey. The beat goes on.
Watch out.
Right off the point of it. Luat living a bit dangerously, but it looks as though it's going to pay off. This match will go to 8-7, and that's it. Nick Varner leads 8-7 in the race to 11. Luat comes back to tighten it up again, once again, I should say. We'll be back with more of the Camel World Billiard 9-Ball Championship. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina. Stay tuned. Eight-7, Luat trailing, Varner leading, and Luat with the break.
He made the corner ball.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Let us take a look at the statistics here. Balls pocketed, 67 for Luat and 61 for Varner. That is narrowed because Luat had a big number. Their balls missed 3 and 2. Scratches on the break, 1 Luat there. Kicking errors, 1 for Varner. Safety errors, 2 for Luat. Position errors, 3 for Varner. It has been every bit as close as those statistics would have you think it is. Look at that, 9.05 for Luat and 8.97 for Varner.
That's about as close as you can get.
Yeah. Well, he's got the one ball up there, buddy. What's on the program?
He has the one ball right here. I don't believe it'll pass under the 7. So in that case, he may just bank it 2 rails out and stick his cue ball somewhere in that area. It's hard to tell exactly what he'll have in mind here. Well, Mike, we appreciate you dropping by.
Yeah, Mike Panoza. Wait a minute. Don't leave yet. Aren't you going to give us a little insight every now and then on the tour telecast? Your thoughts or something?
Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to take the opportunity to just try to educate the viewing public a little bit more about the broader scope of pool. Pool is an industry and as a sport, and who the players are, and just give them a little better idea. It's a great opportunity to broaden people's minds about the sport of pocket billiards.
That's great.
And,
we
it's
look
going to be
forward
a lot
to
of fun.
That should be a very nice feature and welcomed, I'm sure, on the Pro Billiard Tour.
He's going to move that combination. Yeah. It's still a combination.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
So how are you going to do that with the magazine? Yeah.
Well, we'll do a little segment for each of the shows. That
He'll be on the tour
right
with
here
us.
on the tour with us.
Yeah,
great.
We've done a couple already, and I've got to say I've got a huge amount of respect for people who do television work, because now I realize why I went into print journalism.
Here, he has a shot right here. It looks to me like about the only thing he can do is bank the 1 over to this area and try to lag the cue ball to right here. He doesn't have much.
I'd have to pass in this one and give it to him. He's gonna pass.
I gotta give it back to him. He don't want to, but he's gonna have to, whether he
Such a
likes it or
tenacious
not.
competitor.
Yes, he is. Oh. He's as tough as a dollar steak. No question about it.
I'm not sure he's going to give it back to him. He's still going to do something. He's got to give it back to him. What are you going to do?
He's giving it back to him. Yeah, he gave it back. Rumpy, you were right on again. King James, you were right there. Give it.
Mike, thanks for coming by, bud.
Thank you.
We appreciate talking to you and
Thanks,
look forward to seeing you next time.
And good luck with the Billiard Digest. Thank you. Mike Pinoza will be doing a special feature for us on the
Perfect.
Pro Billiard Tour.
And he left him a shot.
Well, he hit it as good as he could, though.
He did hit it good.
So he's going to...
Here you have the 1 ball, and here you have the 7. Nicky would like to figure out a way to get the 1 down table and the cue ball right here behind the 7. Or if he doesn't do that, he's just going to try to shoot it straight in and let the cue ball go up and down.
I think he's playing the safety. No, it looks like he's cutting it in. Oh, the safety.
That's the safety.
Plop.
He hit it. He got to hit that shot really full. You have to hit that shot really full.
And you don't really want to pull the trigger on that unless you're absolutely sure you can do that, because you don't want to get cue ball in hand at this stage of the game. That's the worst thing you can do. This elevates the other opponent's confidence so high. Cue ball in hand at this stage of the game is serious.
Yes, it is.
Oh, you bet it is.
You want to make sure you have to hit that ball full.
Yeah.
I know you have to worry about the kiss a little bit, but if you're going to shoot that shot, you've got to put all that aside and hit that shot full.
Anybody want to talk about the combination on the 9 ball down here?
Well, he's going to shoot at it, I feel like. I feel like you're going to get to see your shot.
He would have liked to have been a little closer to it, I think.
This is not what we call
a gimme.
A gimme, right? Well, it looks like a gimme from there, doesn't it?
No, it's not.
These are cut it a little bit, but I tell you, he turned it into a gimme. So that levels this match at 8-8.
Well, as the slogan is that we adapted here, it's a serious pull from here on out. Boy.
Amen. Well, he's made the corner ball. He made the 1 ball. 5 wouldn't go.
The 1 ball went in.
He made the 1 ball, made the corner ball.
The 5 ball blocked the 2.
Yep.
See, they're playing position on the 1 ball up table, but it's starting to go in the side pocket on them.
Yeah, double crossing them.
Exactly.
He has the 2 ball right here. The 5 has taken up position between him and the 2. What he's going to have to figure out here is where to push the cue ball to. He may push it here. He may even elect to push it to right here. He's going to push all the way down. He's just going to leave him the back edge of it. Okay, Nicky will take this shot probably. I'd say he would take it, and if nothing else, just bank it all the way across the table down here by the 3 or something.
Yeah,
got a lot of balls.
9, a lot of options here. You can kick at it and bring the cue ball back that way, or you can cut it thin, send it up right in the middle of the table.
He's got options. He can either cut it down like this. He can kick at it, knock it over this way. The main thing he wants to do is get the cue ball back into this area right here.
Right.
But where the 2 lands is really not that important on this shot.
Leave him long.
Leave him long, yeah. He's liable to kick at it because he wants to make sure he gets the cue ball back. If he can't hit it going and do what he wants to do with the cue ball, then he'll probably kick at it.
He's got a good chance of putting this behind the 7 and 3.
That's what he wants to do. He wanted to put him right behind the 9.
Yeah. That's why the kick looked a little bit better.
Well, he's left him a shot at the 2, but he hasn't left him a pocket up on the right side to make it in. He's going to have to cut it back across.
I think what he's looking at now, he's going to bank the 2 down this way and back up and let the cue ball float right down this direction. That's the shot he's looking at.
It looks like the cue ball is going to run into the 7 ball when he's going to try.
That's what he's going to try to do. He's going to try to pass right by the 7.
Well, this World 9-ball championship is deadlocked at 8-8. Tension is about 10 cents a ton.
I think he's.
Oh, he went the other way.
Oh, this is all right too.
Yeah. He went the
His
other way.
speed on this shot, the speed of the cue ball, I mean, is perfect. I mean, he's always got the guy right on the rail.
Yeah, but I think he's dead in the water here. I think that's the worst place he could have landed right there.
What do you think he's going to bank at this ball?
No, he's just going to shoot and drop the cue ball 1 reel behind these 4 and 7 over here. He's going to shoot at the 2, knocking the 2 up this direction, letting the cue ball hit this rail and come back to this area right here. He's got blockers on this ball, this ball, this ball, and this ball. He's got too many blockers out there.
He's also got some pathways to get between the 4 and the 7.
Well, what are you going to do? I mean, you got to shoot at something.
Yeah. He could just cross it and put it back down table.
He's not going to do that. He's going to knock the 2 down table. He's going to land the cue ball in this area right in here.
You know what he's looking at? He's looking at banking the 2 into the 5 and off the 5 in the side pocket. He just looked at it. I don't think he's going to shoot it, but that's what he looked at.
You're right, Jim. He did look at it, but I don't know that he would try that.
No.
Oh, I'm telling you. I've got to believe that he's got to go the safe route as prescribed.
I think he's crossing it, what I said, buddy.
He may be crossing
He's crossing the ball.
He may be crossing
Just going to send it straight down the table. Straight down the table. Yeah. No, he banked at it.
Oh. He was trying to get the cue ball over here. He hit it too full. He was trying to get the cue ball back over here. He just hit it too full.
He hit that at a pretty good speed, though, and left a tough shot for Luat.
He really did. He really did.
This is the shot you got to come with. If you want to be a world champion, this is the one you have to come with.
Especially when the score is 8-8.
Exactly. And this is probably one of my toughest shots. I don't know if it is yours, buddy, but this is a tough shot.
What makes it so tough?
I've been known to bank that ball.
Well, he hit it in like it was a hanger.
Yes.
Well, he was ducking. That's why he put the cue ball behind the 7 if you missed it. See, there's a reason behind every shot like that.
That's what Nicky was trying to do.
Coming out 2 cushions for the 4 ball in the same pocket.
Don't worry about him shooting left-handed. Most of the Filipinos can play as well left-handed as they
Watch
can.
the speed. He hit this way too hard. But he's okay.
Yeah.
A little bit tougher than he would have liked this shot to be, but
this shot's missable.
It's very missable. Again, anytime you're cutting back across the table, anything could happen with this 4. It could turn over on you.
Keith Platter, American Billiards Incorporated.
Perfect.
Well, I don't see much trouble for Mr. Rodolfo Luat right here.
No, I don't either.
An opportunity to go up 9-8 in the race to 11.
How much is 30,000 worth in the Philippines?
I have no idea.
It's a lot more than here.
Well, at the tune of about $35 a week is what their national income is. I think. Somebody told me that. I don't know how true that is.
I don't either. But I do know that 30,000 is a lot of money anywhere. Plus the fact that it elevates you in the point standings for the Camel bonus points and money at the end of the year. Well, so it's come down to this, as the guy said. It is going to be 9-8 in favor of Luat. 9-8 in the race to 11. Luat takes advantage of some good play and a miss by Varner. He'll rack it up. The winner gets $30,000. The loser, $15,000. In a match that has seesawed back and forth, it has now gone 9-8 in favor of Luat. Looking to make a ball, nothing.
Look
going
out,
yet.
8.
Look out
the
for
8.
Look out for it and cut the corner.
Well, he's snookered though.
Yeah, he's hooked. He got a big problem here. Here's the 1. Here's the 7, right between the cue ball and the 1. He has to figure out a way to either play offense toward the 1 or defense toward it. He's really in a spot. I don't know what he'll do.
How about
here.
a Massey just coming around this ball? I mean, even if you clip it, you still come down table. If you might make the ball, you got a big pocket here with the 8 right there to kiss it off.
That's the shot I like.
What about if he kicked it off the rail? Can he get by the 6 ball and kick at the 1 ball?
I don't think so. I think the 6 and the 7 have him hooked. The 6 and the 7, there's no way to go behind. You might have to go all the way on the backside.
Make it a 2-rail thing?
No, he would spin it and go this way.
Yeah, he can get this way though, buddy. I think he can come between this ball here.
I don't think there's room there.
No? Yeah.
I don't believe there's room there.
Well, it certainly is a shot perplexing him because he has been around the table 2-3 times now looking for some way out.
Well, it's really hard to find a place to push to.
Well, he's going to push and leave him. No, he can't push it there. That's no good either. No.
You got sideboards. You can't push up there and let him shoot it toward the side.
You're going to have to push for a kick.
He's going to have to shoot at the ball. He's going to have
or
to curve his ball.
Yep. That's the shot.
I mentioned earlier that Luat, Nicky Varner, you can tell exactly how things are going by just looking at his face. And this is a very solemn look he's giving us. And Luat just sits there. When he smiles, he lights up the whole room, but he never smiles. He is stoic.
He's got his game face on. That's
Okay,
what I said at the beginning of the show.
I see a shot here. I see a shot.
Which one is this, bud?
Okay. Can I illustrate it?
I wish you would.
Okay. He can come right down here and hit the 2. Knock the 2 to here. Follow the cue ball to the end rail right there. That would be a good push out.
Well, he's doing kind of like what you said, and he did it.
That's got to get
push
some.
out. That's a good one.
That's a good push out.
Well, that one
That's
ball
a good one.
is a lock up in the corner, isn't it?
Okay.
He's got to really come with a shot here to shoot this shot.
He can't shoot it.
Well, I don't know. I might have to shoot this shot because you got a lot of balls up there. If you hit it by the pocket, you're going to draw the cue ball back. The 1 can stay up table.
He's going to roll this ball. He's too close to the rail down here. If he shoots at the 1, he's got to pace it. He's got to roll it. The cue ball's going to go here. If he happens to miss it, it's going to be in front of the ball.
He's playing safe. You're right. He was too close to the cushion.
He can't. He couldn't do any of that.
This is a good shot here coming up. Oh, boy, did he hit this one good.
Yes, he did. Nicky has a problem.
Again.
He has to go to the back side of the 7.
And he's got a Massey to do that. This is a tough hit.
That's what he's got to do right there.
And with the score 9-8 in favor of Luat.
It's a dangerous game right now.
Yeah. I know each player is thinking to themselves, boy, I like to be in the 1 hole, you know, where you need 1 game.
Here's a shot where, here's where he'd like to take the lead again. He's had the lead 2 times this match. He'd like to take the lead again.
Yeah, and put himself in the 1 hole.
I think what he's going to try to do is come right across here to this rail and into the ball. He has to come out, so he's got to put a lot of English on the ball so it'll actually bend just a little bit. He's going to have to shoot at it.
Well, he's looking at a 2-rail kick this time, too. He's looking going this way.
You can't.
I don't like that shot,
the
though.
The 3's there.
No, it's not.
I had to
Three's
laugh
not
at
there.
Brimpy. He said, I don't like it. The minute he put it down there, he said, I don't like it.
Well, you got to weigh up all options here.
Okay, here's another option.
Yeah.
You're talking about coming 2 rails
Yeah,
into the ball like that.
Yeah, the 3's not in play.
I like coming here like this, at least knocking it down and maybe getting the cue ball back up in this direction up in here.
Well, what he's looking at right now, buddy, is he's looking to come down here and come up between these balls like this. He just looked at that shot. Now he's going to 2 cushions. He's going to do the one I said. What do you see?
Well, coming down to the other end, he can't get by the 9 ball, and
2
the
cushions.
2 and the 4 and the
No,
rest of it.
this is dangerous, right?
But he's got to shoot it. This is his best shot.
I'd rather go 3 rails.
He may not have that many options. That is beautiful.
What's wrong with this shot? If it don't come out,
Oh, boy. He was an inch too far and an inch too short. That 9 ball could have helped him. The 2 ball could have helped him. Instead, the 1 ball is right between the 2, and it looks like a lock.
Buddy was right. The shot was 2-0, you know, but I think that he had to shoot that shot, and he's left Luat in a good situation here. The balls are wide open.
Yep, table's wide open. It's going to be tough to keep him from taking a 2-up advantage at 10-9.
You've got to make sure you get out here. You've got to get out here. The key shot is getting on the 4 ball. I think he'll just draw this cue ball down, bounce off the cushion, come in the middle of the table for the 4 ball. Get straight in on the 4 ball you want to get. He's not straight in, but he nudged the 6 over, so the 6 now goes in the side pocket rather than the corner.
Yeah.
Make this ball and get straight in on the 5. It's just now connect the dots. Draw this over to the side cushion and back out. Straight in on the 5. Now it's just connect the dot. Well, he's going to wind up with an angle on the 6 ball.
He leads 9-8.
He's stroking the ball really nice.
Yes. He's 4 shots away from taking a 10-8 advantage. Going to the...
Is he going 3 cushions here, buddy, or 3 cushions?
I think
Yeah,
so.
3 cushions. He's going to run it. He hit this a little hard.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's okay. A little farther than what he wanted it to be. I like that close position, you know what I mean? But
He looked in the pocket that time, Tom, just to see if there was any extra balls in there.
Yes, he did. He's planning to add to it, that 8 ball. He's got designs on that.
he got perfect on this ball. Just bounce off the cushion and the 9 straight in the corner pocket.
So there he is, just a routine 9 ball in the corner pocket away from taking a 10-8 advantage in a match that is seesawed back and forth. There it is, 10-8 in the race to 11. On the hill is Rodolfo Luat. He lost out in this championship bid in this tournament a year ago to Johnny Archer, and he's just 1 more rack away from 30,000 and the Camel World 9-ball Championship. We'll be back to see how it turns out in a moment. It's 10-8 now in favor of Rodolfo Luat, and he is there for the break. APB.
That's our American Professional Billiards Incorporated. That's our event management company.
APB, one of our sponsors. Made the corner ball again.
He's got.
Statistically, Luat is just, of course, 1 rack away from galloping off at 30,000. 92-8 to 859. Very impressive. Look at this one. Ball's pocketed. 90 to 61 for Luat. He has the edge in all of the proper categories. It has been a difficult match, make no mistake about it. It seesawed back and forth. It was 3-1 Varner, 5-3 Luat. Then it was 5-5. Then it went to 7-5 Varner, 8-6 Varner, and Varner scratched when it was 8-8 on the one ball, and Luat has taken over since then and has made it 9-8, now 10-8.
This is an interesting
Do you
shot
bank
here.
it?
I bank it. I think I bank it. He's banking it.
Yeah.
You make the shot, you win the tournament.
Right.
You win the tournament with that shot. Bounce back to the middle of the table. Make sure you wind up with the angle to come up for the 6. You want to be on the right side right over here. He went a little far. He went far on the shot.
Oh, he went way far.
He's going to have to go back and forth now. Hit this with a right-hand spin and go back and forth for the 6. Man, did he rush that shot. It gets tough at this point of the game.
Yes,
Anybody that's ever played pool for any kind of competition knows that.
Nicky'd sure love to have another shot.
Huh. Yeah. He's going to go back and forth. He's not going to slow roll this. Back and forth. And he hit a good speed. He's really stroking the ball. Nice.
Looks like it's over, guys.
Yes, it would take a major mistake
Well,
by
I
Luat.
mean, you don't want to get straight in on the 7 ball.
I think what I want to do here mainly is make the 6.
Make the 6.
Well, you think he isn't feeling a little bit of the pressure? He just walked away from the table, went over and had a little sip of water. Huh?
He's feeling a lot of the pressure.
Oh, sure.
The heat is on him right now. It's really on him.
Well, all credit to him. If he wins this, he has beaten 2 of the very best players, not the least of which, of course, is Efren Reyes.
Right.
His fellow Filipino countryman. Beat him 11-10.
You don't want to get straight in, and that's what happened.
Did he get straight in?
Yes, he did. In fact, he got a little bit of a bad angle going towards the cushion. He got the worst possible position he could possibly have here. He's either going to follow this 2 cushions or take the hard shot, and he's following it 2 cushions. Going to come underneath the 9. Watch you don't get tight. Ooh.
When you're right, huh? Just see him look up and shake his head and go, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, this isn't that easy a shot right now. I mean, you got to just follow through and let your ability do the work here. Just make the ball. Draw it about a foot.
You draw this? Do you actually draw it?
A foot.
I stop it.
Oh, he hit that good.
I just stop it. I don't draw that.
Well, he's made room in that corner pocket for the 9 ball, and if it falls, he's $30,000 richer, and he's won the Camel World 9 Ball Championship here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
This is the biggest shot of his life right here.
Right here. He remembers last year, and if he makes this, he's going to remember this year. Oh, it hit the wide side.
11-8. He beats Nick Varner. Very dramatic finish. Very accomplished one for Rodolfo Luat. Luat being congratulated by Scott Smith and raising the cue in victory. And it was a very tight, tough match for $30,000. Luat now the Camel World 9-ball champion, and had a moment to come up with a smile. All the tension now getting away. So 11-8 is how it ends, and we'll be back to talk to the winners and also to Nick Varner. We'll do all of that in just a moment. The Professional Billiards Tour has presented the Camel Pro Billiard Series. Today from Charlotte, North Carolina, you've been watching the Camel World 9-Ball Championship. Brought to you by American Professional Billiards, investing in the future of the sport. Also presented by AMF Playmaster, bringing quality to the table. And by Derivive, makers of America's finest bar stools, bars, and game tables. And by Meucci, the custom choice of more pros than any other cue. Well, it's all over but the shouting, and of course Larry Kiger to present a check for $30,000, the chance to visit with the winner, and of course the man who put up such a valiant fight, Nick Varner, in this Camel World 9-Ball Championship. Don Mackey, commissioner of the tour over here. Congratulations, another great show from Charlotte, and what a great finish.
Fantastic. Two great competitors. I got to congratulate Rodolfo. Fantastic job. The Filipino contingent continues to do their thing out here. We love them. They're great players. Nick Varner, one of the all-time great champions, true heart all the way. It broke my heart to see Nicky lose, but he's a great champion and always will be.
Indeed. Larry, I'll get to you in that check in just a moment, representing R.J. Reynolds and Camel. Nicky, I know that these are sometimes tough to talk about, make no mistake about it. $15,000, though, second place is going to put a bit of a smile on the face, and that of your beautiful wife, Tony. It was 8-8, and you scratched on the one ball, and from that point on, it seemed that Rodolfo just kind of took charge. You never really had a legitimate shot.
Yeah, I rode pretty good for a while, but then that was a big game when he broke, when it was 9-8, left me snookered with the one ball hanging.
Yes.
And I did about the best push out I could, and then he hit a really great safety there. That was probably the shot that won the match there. I hit the one, but I knew both balls were going to go down table. I was hoping maybe I could click it in the side or something like that, or get behind the 9. There were some balls down there, but that safety was a great safety play.
I tell you, it was a great tournament. I don't know how many of the people at home remember the fact that this is the only loss that Nick Varner had in the entire week here at Charlotte, North Carolina. And what a tough time for it to happen to you. In fact, you'd beaten him earlier, then you had to lose to him here for the $30,000. That doesn't make it any sweeter, does it?
No, it sure doesn't.
But listen, you're a Hall of Famer and one of the great players on the tour, and I know that you're a highly competitive individual, and a little guy from Owensboro, Kentucky. We'll be seeing you in a similar role as the tour continues. Half the season's still ahead, Nick Varner, and a lot of money to be made and a lot of points to be picked up as you split up that Camel's $250,000 at the end of the year. Congratulations on a great tournament.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for a great show. We wish you the very best. Thank you, Nick, very much. All right, let's hear from Rodolfo. And excuse me, Nick, I'll just move in front of you here. Rolando, if you'll handle the interpretation for us. Second time, the charm time. He was in the championship a year ago and got beat by Archer. Ask him how he feels about winning it this time around.
Pasok ko sa final pangalawang beses, no? Eh, nung manalo ka raw, ano raw nararamdaman yung pagkapanalo mo itong World Champion?
Yeah, I'm so happy to win this tournament. I surprised. I gonna win this tournament. That's
He says he's surprised, and as we watched him play, he was absolutely magnificent, not only in winning this championship match when he had the chance, but in beating a fellow countryman when he beat Reyes in the 21st game, 11-10. That was a magnificent semifinal.
Yun nga, yung pagkabigla nila nung di lang yung gano'n, talagang nakita raw yung tira mo na talagang maganda tira mo, lalo tinalo mo si Efren, 11-10.
I supposed to lose to Efren. She got a mistake of the 4 ball. He come to short of the 5. I supposed to lose that.
But you're going to lose your interpreter's job here. Listen to Rodolfo talking to me in English. That's wonderful. You were supposed to lose to Reyes, and you didn't. And when you got a chance, you came back and won this. You want to know something? Smile, because you got a great smile. Everybody loves to see you smile. And what a happy champion. It is a magnificent victory for you. Now, listen, I've got to find out. Are there any more in the Philippines as good as this guy, or Reyes, or Bustamante, or all of the rest of the great Filipinos?
Yeah, we got some, not same as speed, but we have a lot of young guys, upcoming players to be in the Pro Tour in the future, too.
Is that right? Yeah. A lot of good players at home? Well,
right.
Listen, you had a magnificent tournament, Rodolfo, and our congratulations. And now the best part of all, Larry Kiger from R.J. Reynolds representing Camels has got the nice presentation to make. Larry?
Actually, it's a great pleasure on behalf of R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company. Rodolfo Luat finished second last year at the Camel World 9-Ball Championship in Winston-Salem, and it's my pleasure to award him with a check of I wish it were $90,000. It's $30,000 here in Charlotte for the Camel World 9-Ball Championship in 1996. Congratulations, well deserved.
Yes, and our congratulations to you. And not 90, but $30,000. Spend it in good health. The best to you. We look forward to watching you and the rest of the fine Filipino players as the professional billiard tour continues. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir. I want to meet somebody back home, my sponsor.
Yes.
Puyat. I want to thanks for supporting me.
Wonderful. Thank you for doing that, and I'm sure he appreciates your best wishes. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Larry. Congratulations again, Rodolfo. What a magnificent tournament. And that'll just about do it. Next stop will be New Orleans. The beat goes on. Serious pools, serious money. And don't forget, at the end of the year, Camel's got $250,000 in the point totals that'll be divided up among the best of the best. We look forward to seeing you from New Orleans next. For all of the people here on the Pro Billiard Tour and the Camel Pro Billiard Series, I'm Tom Kelly. Thanks and so long for the Camel World Championship from Charlotte, North Carolina. See you down the road.